this is that time of year, Kevin, where uncertainty reigns supreme, because especially the Royal Rumble, once the Royal Rumble itself begins, we know we're going to see surprises. We know we're going to see some superstars show up that maybe we haven't seen in a while or thought we'd never see before. AJ Styles comes to mind. When AJ walked out in Orlando at the Royal Rumble, I lost my mind, and I worked here. I had no idea. But the uncertainty is the beauty of it, because from the Royal Rumble event, the surprises that will happen and all the twists and turns and speed bumps and audibles that happen on the road to WrestleMania, we still have Elimination Chamber. People are already looking, okay, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. The Elimination Chamber in Montreal is huge. It's already sold out. There are
going up to KO and Sammy country.
Exactly. And Montreal's a fun town, man. I don't know if you've done TV there with us yet, but that's one of my favorite cities because they bring it. Any town that you don't have to elicit the response, they just give it to you. Those are my favorite.
But you mentioned surprises though. Cody Rhodes announced it wasn't. It was a huge surprise on the night. The bigger surprise for me is physically how he's able to do it, how he's managed to make his way back here to peak fitness. It was June when we saw those scenes at Hell in a Cell. You know, when he took off his jacket and the collective gasp around the arena and the watching world, going, what are you doing? And then Rollins just tore him to shreds, and somehow Cody managed to win that match. But in that moment, you're like, there's no way he's coming back anytime soon. But through the brilliant work of our documentary team, we actually figured out that it was the tendon that was damaged as opposed to the muscle with Cody, which was great news for Cody Rhodes in his recovery. So now he's headed to the Royal Rumble, which adds such a wonderful layer to this coming event in the Alamodome.
I agree with you, and I'll do you one better. Just by throwing his hat in the race, which may have come as a shock to some people. Some people would have loved to just hear Cody's music and have him arrive in the Royal Rumble. Everybody loves those moments. But why would you not? Because now the fact that Cody is in the Royal Rumble match automatically puts him in the top 3, maybe 5 favorites to win the thing. Period. You can't bet against Cody. You may not think he's going to win. You may not want, if you're not a fan of Cody, maybe you don't want Cody heading to WrestleMania. But what we saw at Hell in a Cell solidified that you should believe in Cody Rhodes. Even if he's not your favorite flavor of ice cream, he's not your guy, you have to believe, because no one believes more than Cody. And that comes through our screens. That's why Cody has forged this connection with fans, because in spite of his own well-being, in spite of what Cody may want to do or how he thinks things should be, Cody does what needs to be done when it needs to be done. And I think you've got to talk about Cody as a favorite to win the thing.
So as of right now, for the men's Royal Rumble match, Cody Rhodes, yes, Kofi Kingston, our guest here coming up in mere minutes, is an entrance into the Royal Rumble match. Santos Escobar, Ricochet, Austin Theory, Seth freaking Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Baron Corbin, Rey Mysterio, Gunther, and Omos. I mean, you said top 3.
Allow me to adjust my prediction in my previous statements. Top 3. Well, Cody will be one of 30 men in the Royal Rumble, any of whom might win, because you can't bet against Gunther. You can't bet against Seth Rollins. I mean, anyone you just named is a legitimate contender. Rey Mysterio, Rey's won the Rumble in the past. How great would it be to see Rey head to LA and challenge for the championship at WrestleMania? One final huge WrestleMania moment. Or, I mean, I say that, Rey's probably got 10 more Manias left in him. The guy, he's like Benjamin Button.
If I had to pick one, though, I mean, if I had to, and as a commentator, I probably shouldn't, but through sheer body of work, Seth freaking Rollins, for me, deserves to be at the mountaintop, and he deserves to be main event in wrestling. It's just my opinion.
And you won't get any argument from me.
Yeah, like everything we've seen from him, and it's not just me and you, it's every single arena we go to week in and week out, and week in and week out, he's performing. Week in and week out. This guy is at the very top in WWE over 10 years, yet week in and week out, his performances just, they leave me with my jaw dropped. He's that impressive.
There's a word that comes to mind, KP, here, and you say that regarding Seth Rollins. It also applies to Cody Rhodes.
Correct.
Undeniable.
Yeah.
And Austin Theory's thrown that word around recently. Bobby Lashley could be looked at as undeniable. When it's good, it's good. And we have so many superstars right now who are simmering. They are just on the cusp of blowing up. Rollins has been there before. Rollins pulled off the heist of the century at WrestleMania. That was the pinnacle. but this is a different Rollins. This is a better Rollins. Cody Rhodes has never had that WrestleMania moment. He's competed at WrestleMania, but Cody's never had that spotlight on him that he believes he has earned or is in the process of earning with respect to his family, to the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, to everyone who has sacrificed, to Dustin, I'm trying to name everybody that I can think of off the top of my head. But, and the list goes on. You can make legitimate cases for so many guys. So I'm gonna adjust my statement. As excited as I personally am for Cody to be back, I don't know if I can pick him to win the thing, because this could go any which way. And again, back to my previous point, the road to WrestleMania is not an express route. It is not a point A to point B journey. You cannot, figure out exactly the best route to take. It's a ride, man. It's a journey. And I am excited to buckle up and take this journey. Like what you hear? Catch full episodes of After the Bell on Spotify. Follow us now and never miss an episode.